Raj Khanna was no ordinary journalist. Known for his fearless reporting, he had entered war zones and crime dens, but nothing had prepared him for El Diablo Correctional Facility. The minute he stepped through the thick iron gates, it felt like walking into a different universe. Inmates filled every corner, stacked in bunk beds, crouched in silence, some with masks, others with blank stares. The walls were lined with stories etched in ink, tattoos covering the bodies of hardened men, each marking a chapter of violence, pain, and betrayal. The air was heavy, as if holding back cries that had long gone unheard. Standing in the middle of this chaos, Raj could feel dozens of eyes locked onto him. He wasn't just a visitor, he was an outsider. Some inmates leaned forward with curiosity, others glared with suspicion. Yet, amidst the darkness, Raj saw something deeper, a challenge. Could he find the human side in this cage of lost souls? Armed with a small camera, a mic, and his notebook, Raj wasn't there to expose, he was there to understand. And as the first heavily tattooed man stepped forward, Raj braced himself for a story the world had refused to hear. The man who stepped forward was built like a warrior, bald, muscular, every inch of his body painted in symbols and names. Some tattoos were of gang affiliations, others of loved ones now gone. Raj looked him in the eyes and asked calmly, "Why did you end up here?" The man smirked. "You think we wanted this? No one wants this. But when you're raised in hell, you learn to survive like a demon." As Raj spoke to more inmates, he heard a pattern: broken homes, hunger, street wars, and systems that failed them. Another man, his chest inked with the words, "Trust no one," added, "I was 12 when I joined my first gang. It was either that or starve." Raj's camera rolled on, capturing stories that had never made the headlines. These weren't just criminals. They were men born into cages long before the prison doors closed on them. Some regretted everything. Some had found peace inside, teaching other inmates, reading the Bible, or writing poetry. But what struck Raj the most was how every man had once just been a boy, hoping for a way out. The more he listened, the more the line between right and wrong blurred. These voices weren't asking for forgiveness. They were asking to be remembered. As Raj wandered deeper into the prison, he found unexpected moments of hope. A group of inmates sat together, quietly studying books. One man was teaching another how to write his name. Another drew intricate sketches of life outside, parks, oceans, a child's smile. Raj sat beside a man whose arms were so tattooed that his skin barely showed. His voice was soft. "When I was free, no one heard me. In here, I found my voice." This wasn't just a prison, it was a place of broken beginnings, and for some, broken endings. But it was also where a few had finally begun healing. One inmate told Raj, "The outside world thinks we're monsters. But no one ever asks why we became this way. We were boys once. We had dreams too." Raj felt a tightness in his chest. He had come here to document crime and punishment, but found himself documenting pain, survival, and the struggle to be seen as human. He realized that society often judges by headlines, never the history behind them. As he exited the steel gates of El Diablo, sunlight hit his face. But a part of him had stayed behind, with the voices, the eyes, the regret, and the stories that the world was too busy to hear.